The Great War, how and why it began. At the beginning of the 20th century, Europe was experiencing the most magnificent period in human history. Art, science, and technology were at their peak. However, beneath this glittering surface, a massive tension was building. One that would soon turn the continent to ash. The world's giants were locked in a struggle over division. On one side was Britain, the ruler of the seas. On the other, Germany, rapidly industrializing and demanding a place in the sun. This economic rivalry, combined with an uncontrollable wave of nationalism, turned Europe into a powder keg ready to explode. Nations no longer trusted one another. They divided into camps through secret alliances and entered the greatest arms race in history. The question was, who would light the fuse? June 28, 1914. The location, Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, had arrived for a visit. Serbian nationalists in the region were filled with rage against the Austrian occupation. Things went wrong that day. The first assassination attempt failed. A thrown grenade hit the wrong car. The Archduke thought he was lucky and continued his journey. But by a strange twist of fate, as his driver took a wrong turn and tried to reverse, the car stopped directly in front of one of the assassins, 19-year-old Gavrilo Princip. Princip drew his pistol and fired 2 shots. Those 2 bullets did more than just kill a man and his wife. They knocked over the dominoes that would darken the lives of millions. In the wake of the assassination, telegraph lines in the capitals of Europe were jammed. Austria saw an opportunity to crush Serbia. With Germany's backing, they issued an impossible ultimatum to the Serbian government. From there, things spiraled out of control. Russia mobilized its army to protect its Slavic brother, Serbia. Germany told Russia to stop. When they didn't, Germany declared war. Since France was an ally of Russia, it was pulled into the conflict. To knock France out quickly, Germany attacked through neutral Belgium. The violation of Belgian neutrality brought Great Britain into the war. In just 37 days, a local assassination had transformed into a global catastrophe. Everyone thought the war would be over by Christmas and the soldiers would return home. They were wrong. The war became stuck in muddy trenches stretching for miles across the Western Front. This war was a collision between the tactics of the old world and the technology of the new. Cavalry charges melted away before the fire of machine guns. For the first time, humanity encountered the horrors of poison gas, massive tanks, airplanes clashing in the sky, and U-boats attacking from beneath the waves. During this same period, the Ottoman Empire joined the fray. After the ships Goeben and Breslau bombarded the Black Sea coast, the front spread from the Middle East to the Caucasus. The epic struggle at Gallipoli extended the duration of the war by at least 2 years. By 1917, the world was exhausted. Russia was shaken by internal turmoil. The Bolshevik Revolution broke out, and Russia withdrew from the war. This was a massive opportunity for Germany, but they made a fatal mistake. They provoked the United States by sinking American merchant ships. The entry of the U.S., with its fresh troops and massive industrial power, signaled the beginning of the end for the exhausted Central Powers. First Bulgaria, then the Ottoman Empire and Austria-Hungary surrendered. Finally, facing internal revolution, Germany threw in the towel. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, November 11th, 1918, the guns finally fell silent. When World War I ended, the picture was horrific. Over 10 million soldiers were dead, and for great empires had vanished into history. Maps were redrawn and new nations were born. However, the harsh treaties forced by the victors, especially the Treaty of Versailles, did not bring lasting peace, but merely a 20-year armistice. It was called the War to End All Wars. But in reality, it only sowed the seeds of an even greater destruction that would begin just 21 years later, World War II. Humanity had paid a heavy price for modernization.